Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. I think I'm going to make this a regular feature, the rant of the day, the daily rant, or maybe I'll think of another name. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to call it yet. But maybe every day I'll just pick out a little bit of news that makes me annoyed, or maybe makes me laugh, or maybe I think is positive. So this particular rant is bit ranty in one way and then a little bit of fun in the next part of it. So the first thing is the ranty part. So have you heard about this bloody pilot who decided he was going to murder himself or delete himself and also everybody else that was on the plane he was traveling in? He wasn't even on duty. He was in the passenger, well, in the cockpit, but on the bucket seat as a passenger. I am just fuming with this because I'm terrified of flying as it is. You know, there's enough to worry about when you're flying if you don't like heights, and you don't like the claustrophobia of sitting on a plane and all the things you've got to worry about, terrorists and crashing and God knows what. And now you've got to worry about mental pilots. Because there was another incident not that long ago of a pilot who suddenly decided to crash his plane into a mountain with all the people on board. How selfish, how disgustingly selfish, narcissistic. What a horrible, horrible thing to do just because you've maybe had enough of everything or you've got some mental health issues. Inflict it on everybody else. I am so angry about it. How dare he? How dare he? And already we can see the signs that he's going to blame it on mental illness or, something like that. People that deal with mental illness day in, day out and don't try and murder all those other people. It's insulting. Anyway, so yeah, the off-duty pilot who tried to shut down the plane's engines told officers he had just tried magic mushrooms. Joseph David Emerson, 44, attempted to shut down the engines on a flight from Washington State to California while riding in the extra seat in the cockpit. So you know what will happen now is they won't be allowed to ride in the extra seats, which they shouldn't be allowed to. But the problem with that is, in some cases, if something had happened to one of the pilots, might have been good that there was another pilot in there. Do you know what I mean? And now, because of his actions, everything will be have to be rethought again. And oh God, they should throw the book at this guy. So the federal charges also say he tried to grab the handle of an emergency exit after being restrained. Well, thank God for those other two pilots that restrained him. So, yeah, let's have a look at his at this little video.
First of Joseph.
Oh, we're all supposed to feel sorry for him probably now. He'll have a defense lawyer. Oh gosh, I'm so angry. I don't know who was on that plane, but there were a lot of people on it with their children on it. I don't know.
Have you had an opportunity to review this document?
We have, Your Honor.
I am finding, based on declarations in this document, that there is probable cause to believe.
Oh, he's crying now. Listen, I'm a naturally empathetic person, but this does make me angry because this person, it was only through fortuitousness that the other pilots acted quickly. He was taking everybody with him. Selfish man-child.
Categorically subject to ORS 135.
Crying.
Sub 4, as set forth in the current presiding judge's order 2201-0003.
Now, this guy, he's not crying for his victims. He's crying for himself. Imagine the trauma. Well, I don't think you'd ever get, if that happened, if I'd been on that plane, it's bad enough get me on a plane at the best of times. I don't know if I'd ever be able to do it again.
Meaning that I will not be addressing release or the setting of security today. Instead, Mr. Emerson, your case will be qualified for what I'm going to describe as a more robust release hearing that will take place at the courthouse across the street. You have a statutory right to have that hearing within 5 days of today. I will make sure that your case is set on the presiding call docket tomorrow, and you'll have an opportunity to discuss with your attorney when and if you wish to have that more robust release hearing set in the courthouse across the street. Let me ask the district attorney's office, were there any named victims who wish to make statements today?
My understanding, Your Honor, is that there is not at this time.
All right.
We will reserve that at the preventative detention hearing if we have one.
All right. Mr. Horst, is there anything else the victims would like to address at this time?
Nothing further, Justice.
All right, anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right.
Oh, so let's see what else it says. So he was an off-duty pilot. He allegedly tried to shut down a plane's engines during the flight, and he told police after his arrest he had taken psychedelic mushrooms for the first time. So he's an Alaska Airlines pilot. He was arrested in Oregon on Sunday night and charged with 83 state counts of attempted murder. So that must have been how many other people were on the plane, and a single count of endangering an aircraft. I don't know what the sentences are for that, but I hope they're big. The flight crew reported he had tried to shut down the engines on a Horizon Air flight from Everett, Washington State to San Francisco, California, while riding in the extra seat in the cockpit. The federal charges also say he tried to grab the handle of an emergency exit after being restrained. Well, do you know what? Thank God at least he was on a flight where he wasn't the main pilot, because at least the other two pilots could, oh my God. Anyway, it was diverted. Horizon Flight 2059 was diverted to Portland, where the plane carrying more than 80 people landed safely, and the 44-year-old suspect was detained by police. Oh, this is the call to air traffic control. Sorry, there will be a bad break.
We've got the guy that tried to shut the engines down out of the cockpit, and he doesn't sound like he's causing any issue in the back right now. I think he's the dude. Other than that, yeah, we want law enforcement as soon as we get on the ground and park.
Yeah, I've heard more than that actually on another longer one, but anyway. So the document also said he told the officers he thought he was dreaming when he pulled the emergency shut-off handles and had been depressed for the past 6 months. That's why you have to talk to people. You can't take it out on a plane load of people. So it's not clear from the court document if Emerson was high on psychedelic or magic mushrooms when he was on the plane. But an FBI agent wrote in an affidavit that the pilot spoke with police about the use of psychedelic mushrooms and said it was his first time taking mushrooms. Sorry, I just want to swear so much, but I'm not going to. What a twonk. Flight attendants placed Emerson in wrist restraints and seated him in the rear of the aircraft, but as the plane descended, he tried to grab the emergency exit handle, according to prosecutors. That should be 2 charges of endanger, of all those things. They should be doubled. They added that a flight attendant stopped him by placing her hands on top of his. Well, she deserves a medal. Yeah, there he is. Oh God, so angry with him. I'm not okay. Asked if Emerson took the mushrooms right before the flight. Kevin Sonoff of the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Oregon said this was still under investigation. Now, I don't know about pilots. Do they have to take a drug or drink test? He wasn't working that day, so he wouldn't have had to take a drug test. But obviously, I think one thing that's going to come out of this is anyone who's not working is not allowed in the cockpit. I'm not sure if they have to take a drugs test before they get on the plane. I'm not sure. Anyway, the captain and first officer told police after the plane landed that Emerson had said, "I'm not okay. just before he reached up to pull the handles. They were able to stop him before he pulled the handles all the way down. Thank God for that. He walked calmly to the back of the plane after being told to leave the cockpit and told a flight attendant, "You need to cuff me right now or it's going to be bad." It is alleged. Another flight attendant heard him saying, "I messed everything up and I tried to kill everybody." According to the affidavit, he asked police if he could waive his right to a lawyer, telling them, "I'm admitting to what I did. I'm not fighting any charges you want to bring against me, guys." Well, he is, because he's pleading not guilty now, because that'll be what his lawyer has advised him to do. The affidavit said, "I pulled both emergency shut-off handles because I thought I was dreaming and I just want to wake up." So, as an off-duty pilot, he was authorized to ride in the cockpit's jump seat. Not anymore. I think we might find that after that, people won't be allowed to do that and probably shouldn't be allowed to do it. But, as I say, in some circumstances, maybe it'd be quite nice to have somebody, another pilot on there. Anyway, so that's I'm really sort of the angry thing. But I wanted to read you something else out, something that's a little bit lighter. Do you remember I've told you about this? Of course, I can't find it now on here. It was definitely on the news this morning again. Now, you'll notice I'm avoiding talking about the war because it's just too depressing, too divisive. That's something that we've got in our background all the time. And I just pray for all the victims in that war, especially the children who are and the animals, the innocent people that are really suffering at the moment with all the bombing. That's all I'm going to say about the war. I pray for any of the victims from the 7th of October, all of them. I am a pacifist. All wars is a crime as far as I'm concerned. Okay, but what I wanted to read out to you was something a little bit lighter. That this clown, this Skelmorley Pennywise clown, who's come back with a message for the nation in Skelmorley. I think this is lovely, actually. Just a game that people go. I mean, I know it's pretty scary. This is the clown. It does look pretty scary. This is the sort of pictures that he puts on his Facebook account. So anyway, he's been stalking the streets of a Scottish village and he's back and he's got a message for the nation. And he's created a game for the country to play in. And he's been leaving riddles and clues for the villagers of Skelmorley in North Ayrshire to solve. Oh gosh, that's to do with Hamas. So in a video uploaded to Facebook at the weekend, the clown has highlighted a number of landmarks across Scotland and is urging people to visit them and take pictures of their scariest faces. And then you should share, if you want to participate, you should share the photos with the hashtag Skelmorley Clown. So these are some of the places that he's telling people to have their picture taken. The Duke of Wellington statue in Glasgow, which of course we all know because of the traffic cone on his head. So that's a place to go and get your picture taken and put it online. I've never seen these before. Aren't they beautiful? The Kelpie sculptures in Falkirk and Loch Ness. Absolutely beautiful. And then if you're a little bit more adventurous, go and take your picture at the top of Ben Nevis, the highest mountain in Scotland at 1.345 meters. So he says, "I have a message addressed to the nation. I've created a game for the country to play in. Robert Burns' cottage, where the legend was from. The Bannockburn Monument, where our king won. In the Loch Ness, home to our Nessie. In Falkirk, the horses that go by the Kelpies. In Glasgow, the man with the cone on his head. At Edinburgh Castle, where kings and queens met. In Largs, at the Pencil, where Vikings fought and climbed Ben Nevis right to the top. Scarabray from times of old, and at the Callanay's standing stones. All of these landmarks from the east to the west make up the country we know is the best. Your game is quite simple at each of these places. Go take a picture with your scariest faces. Post it online so your pic can be found and use the hashtag Skelmorley Clown. And there he is, creepy guy. You know, when he's dressed up. I'm sure he's a very nice guy normally. So there you go. And then apparently, because he's been doing this in his village, and residents in the village, Skelmorley, they teamed up to solve one of his riddles, and that led them to the village's community garden, and there was a small black cash box there. And when they opened it, there was no treasure inside it. There was just a mirror showing their own face and clown written on it. So it's quite clever. I mean, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? It's a bit of fun. So Issy Agnew was one of the villagers who solved the riddle after waking up on Friday the 13th to find a red balloon and box that included a key outside her door. So she said she loved the clever joke and said the clown's Halloween appearances bring the community together. And his games are expected to run up at Halloween. So anyway, it says the clown said many have tried and all have failed. The Skelmorley Clown will never be unveiled. Someone must know who it is, but it's more fun not knowing. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. In this like weird world where you can't tell the difference between Halloween and real horrors that are going on over the world. I think it's nice for a bit of fun leading up to Halloween. So, and if you're a member, or even if you're not a member now, if you want to set, you don't have to go to famous places to get your picture taken. But on Halloween, on the 31st evening, I will be doing a live. And I'll be so if you're not a member you won't know, but so far in the members lives on a Thursday, people have been sending me photos of themselves in masks or dressed up for Halloween for a little while now. So I've built up quite a little collection of photos to show on Halloween. But if you're not a member, on the Halloween evening, please send me your photos in your masks, etc. And on Halloween evening, we're going to have a live where I'll be showing all those. And maybe we'll have a look and see what he's been up to as well. But yeah, I'll be dressed up. So yeah, please send me. Remember, my email is Vicky Marie Chats, Vicky with an I. And it's at gmail.com. If you want to send me your photos in mass. And, you know, obviously you can't see your face. So don't worry, it'll be... it's all anonymous. If you don't want to mention even your handle, your YouTube handle, I won't mention it. I'll just say this is received from a subscriber. Okay, so that's it. So a bit of a rant about that. What do you think about that pilot? What should happen to him? You know, I mean, that is attempted murder of all those people. He should get a very, very, very long prison sentence. He cannot blame it on drugs. He cannot blame it on mental health issues. You know, people, if somebody went out and stabbed 80 people with the intention of killing them, but was just lucky that they didn't die or tried to stab them or whatever, they would get the book thrown at them. So this person, in fact, he's worse because he's in a trusted position. It's even worse what he did, I think. I have no sympathy for him. I'm sorry, just because he didn't manage to do it, and but he would have done it. And those people, I don't even know if there were children on that plane. Don't know who was on the plane. Those people would all be dead now. And if it wasn't for the quick thinking and the quick working of the actual pilots. Terrible. Anyway, so have a great day. That's my rant over with for today. Let me know what you think in comments. Please always remember, because a couple of times I've had to delete comments because people put in names of other channels. Remember, that's the only rule that I have. Please, no other names of other channels. I don't want to show favoritism or show that I like channels, don't like them. I don't like to comment on other channels, you know, because once you start commenting on one, it's like, well, what do you think of the, you know, it all gets confusing. So please comment. I love to read your comments, but please don't mention other channels. Thank you all for subscribing. New subscribers, old subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you to all of you. Just sit at home watching. Don't participate, just enjoy watching, because everybody's different. Some people like to participate in the chats, etc. Some people don't. They just like to watch, sit back and watch. If you don't mind, please like the video. That's a real big help for me. And for those of you a little bit further in supporting my channel, of course, the memberships are €1.99 a month, cancelable anytime, and on a Thursday evenings, and they are always up there on the member section, unedited, to watch at any time. Also, I am serialized, subscribe to Murder, and that is coming out part by part as that novel is developing. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, thank you to anyone who's bought me a Ko-fi, sent me a super, or PayPal me. That is really appreciated. Oh, and also I've had some lovely emails now I'm getting a lot of emails and messages now, and I just want to say, please don't think I'm ignoring you if I don't reply, or certainly if I don't reply instantly. Sometimes I literally haven't got the time. But I do read them all eventually, and I've had some lovely emails from people, you know, saying really positive things, and that's good, because you may have noticed, I don't know if you noticed my moods or not, but sort of earlier in the week I was a little bit down about everything, you know, the usual thing with trolls and when they say nasty things. And then I get these lovely emails and lovely comments, etc. I've had a lot over the past couple of days now. It's made up for what happened, you know, over the weekend. I had quite a few negative ones. It just makes it all the worthwhile doing it, you know. Just so, you know, people are saying that I've helped them like get through things, but you all help me get through bad times as well and keep me going. So thank you so much for that. So remember to always live and love wisely. I don't know what to say to you about getting on a plane. I'm terrified now to get on a plane. Anyway, I'll see you really soon in the next video. Maybe every day I'll do this. I'll take, so if you've got any suggestions for what I can name this section, if I do one section every day, just a quick video with a couple of things out the news, you know, that might be of interest, or that I'm having a little rant about. There's always something to rant about. Finding the positive things is a little bit harder, but you can find them. So yeah, maybe every day I'll do one positive thing and one ranty thing. Yesterday it was the NHS, wasn't it? Today it's this idiot, oh gosh. Anyway, so yeah, I'm waffling on, so sorry about that. I'll see you really soon in the next video, and until then, may your God always go with you. Adios. Bye. Thank you.